get this saved, and we'll move on. Ooh, we're getting through by the skin of our teeth on this one, guys. If teeth have skin. I never understood that phrase, but anyway. See, she feels it. She feels it. Very skin of the teeth. You need inspirations? They will come. Mr. Wright? What? Are trials always like this with you? What, you mean like a roller coaster of not knowing what the hell I'm doing? Yes. Very much so. Ema feels everything. She has all the feels, yeah. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Yeah, pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. He's sharing a lunchbox with her. She got another 5 lunchboxes. Like, okay, here we go. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh god, here we go. Hey, Alchemist! I hope you're still around. You've been missing my Texas accent from the last stream. Need our OCs. Nanny? Hola, partner. They say you showed a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall? Thought I'd come take a look at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. Oh, original characters, right. Yes. Want to draw us, guys, for your newest one? Oh, you want to put more people from in chat? That would be awesome. Yes. Oh god, yeah, the public gallery. Yeah, Erikai's been doing some fan art over on my Discord channel for my Ace Attorney series, so yeah, if you want to let him know what kind of character you like in the fan art in the background or whatever, describe thyself. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in an enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? Your big titty anime elf girl. Pulsar. Really? Then again, with some of the characters in this game, it can kind of fit, I guess. Let's have it be tasteful, though, please. Yeah, all the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you get enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with the scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? Hold up, I don't remember giving permission to put me in the game. Well, tough Alchemist, you're here. Although this guy's a fake Texan. He's actually from West LA, but anyway. They shoot you for that in Texas. They do shoot you for that in Texas. I've seen the red breeze blow her slender neck many times. Saw it on that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. Wait, so she was at the ceremony as well? She wasn't at the office. What does that mean? Did she get a ride back in Edgeworth's car? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Can confirm, yes. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. How do you like my accent, by the way, Alchemist? How authentic, on a scale of 1 to 10? Or, if you want to go backwards from 1 to, please stop effing doing that. Things will get spicier from now on. So, what are we swimming in right now, Mr. Wright? Bullshit. Oh, if it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Hooey! So they went and got the cloth. We don't get to go back to the crime scene. Damn. I'd like to resume. Is this a question, Judge? It's a goddamn travesty. That's what it is right there. That accent you're doing? They shoot you for that in Texas. Swimming in steak sauce? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Edgeworth is about ready to bust an eyeball. There's something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. They shoot you for that in Texas. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over and your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. Wow. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. They took his trophy away from him? Actually, he wouldn't give a shit, would he? He does not like that trophy. Well then, I believe it's time we continue on with the trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me? Huh? Who's there? Whoa! Who the hell is this guy? Strange Stuffiora seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose by 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Oh my god, Satan has come among us. Who on earth is he? Meekin Man. Oh no. Ah, it's you. Not a chatty type, is he? Oh, sorry, I'm late. Udgay? What? Sorry, I'm late. Udgay? The heck is Udgay? Is that the judge's name? Oh god, I want that to be the judge's name. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgay? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been busy. Busy? Busy smizzy. Udgay, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Am I saying it? Like Pudgy? Udgy. Oh, Udgy. Udgy, that's a really weird name. Udgay is a really weird name as well, but I mean, you know, whatever. Okay, you can't look me in the eye and tell me this dude ain't a fucking wizard or some shit. Probably, yeah. Oh, Judgy. Oh. Udgy, yeah. Udgy Judgy. Gotcha. That makes a lot more sense now. Yes, indeed, so it's kind of a nickname then. Udgy. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. They shoot a wizard in Texas. Sorry, but who are you? Ah, so, you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about a little, Worthy. Worthy? Yeah, I'm guessing that's Edgeworth. So sorry about a little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Yeah. No, a little Worthy? Oh, Edgeworth, you got a new name now. A new forever name. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? What? Holy shit. Chief of police? Now we drag him behind a horse and burn him. Ain't putting up with none of that black magic nonsense. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. God, those eyes, though. They're hypnotic. A little intense look he gives and hi! Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everybody. Oh boy. That ain't right. So, to what do we owe the honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to the courtroom, hasn't it? Again, 2 years has popped up. Well, it's worthy here. Look at that poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out. And bring this by. Hey, that's my sister's muffler? So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Yeah, but why was it stuffed in the exhaust? You do that if you kind of want to stop a car from going somewhere, right? Yeah, Hypno-Gant. All hail Hypno-Gant. What is he doing with his hair? Oh my god. Please stop. It's like he's just realized, like, holy shit, I have a fringe. What is this shit? I've got an idea. I think somebody stuffed her scarf into the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. I think she was supposed to borrow the car. And therefore she went into the trunk to see if she could get some tools to maybe fix the car or do something to figure out why the car wasn't starting. And then saw the dead body. This was a setup. Yeah, mufflerception. Yo dog, we heard you like mufflers, so we put a muffler in your muffler so you can muffle while you're muffling. But to think that it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Oh, there we go. SL92. Oh my god! SL9! What? An evidence tag. Oh my god. That looks like a knife. That looks like a where is it knife? A switchblade. It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. I wonder if that will have her blood on it. It's going to have Lana's blood on it. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? I thought it was going to say wearing. I mean, I was thinking that as well. Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigations are this lax, how do you expect to do your job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. Oh god, it's moving too quickly. I'm telling you to wait, or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Look at him. How can you not take this man seriously? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you've made. What the fuck, you just said it? I know, but I wanted to double check that what you said was what we just saw. And it was. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, Edgy, what's up, boy? Urgh. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favour first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honour? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push the switch and... If I cut my fingers, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Wait, is that a euphemism? No, I don't want to know. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, the game's doing this on its own. It's haunted. It smells shit. Yeah, look at that there. SL92. There's a small tag on the knife. It's an evidence tag. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 incident. Yeah, it's a case number. But it's strange, huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. You know what? I shall draw a map looking at clues like Spooderman. Yes! I've got to be hanging from the ceiling. I like it. Okay, so let's click. Sneak! It's a broken blade. Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? I wonder whose blood that is. So this was wrapped in the defendant's muffler that was stuffed in the muffler. You all clear on that? Cool. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. My blood. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. There will be. When we cross-examine, we're going to show that evidence so hard. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. Pretty much like this case. Guess that's where Goodman was killed, I think. The time of the crime was 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? I know, I'm drowning in coincidences here. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. Oh, be prepared to sing like a little birdie. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Uji. Uji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. After, what, 2 years? Wait a second, you said 5:15. That's the exact time Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Wait, they're saying now? It happened now? Same day? Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, I'm sure that, you know, us and every member of the public in the gallery will keep our lips sealed. And the press that are probably there, they'll not write about this, right? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places, so this is a current crime. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Oh, don't worry, I will. Not. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Hold it! Excuse me? Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be the tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now, not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove the connection between this knife. Hang on. Yeah. Can't say how, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. I'm gonna object later with that note, but I want to question first, see if we get more info. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. At the same time, supposedly someone else was murdered elsewhere at the same time. That's weird. It's a 30-minute drive, we know that as well, from the prosecutor office to the police station, because it was so blatantly commented on yesterday. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the police department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Yes, the tag. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Don't you start, Ema. Oh, well, I'll start calling you Emo. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. Should I try presenting the evidence that's had me stumped all this time? So how are things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Why? Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. No, we're not hungry. We just had lunch. Like 16 bento boxes. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, you didn't ask. You didn't need to know. No matter, I understand you were busy with that Luna's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department. You see, what a mess. Who? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Uji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? It's you, Edgeworth. Well, there was a suspect, just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Might be you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ah, good one. The kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only. Oh God, what are we gonna take? Where the victim was found. They say he was killed at the police department, so stands to reason he would be found there, but where specifically? Might be interesting. How the victim was killed. He didn't say that, did he? Or did he say he was stabbed? When the victim died. Let's go with how he was killed. You know? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's an interesting part. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife. Knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit, we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? It's the same victim. Same victim. There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Time of the crime... Okay, so it hasn't skipped. Time of the crime was 5:15. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Incidents? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. That's a very oddly specific gut feeling you've got there. Chief Gamp, please tell us more about the incident. Not officially linked to this case, so we can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything. Please, Righto, you understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, we better get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife, what was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. We already have. So which one do we have to press on then? Unless there's evidence to connect a link between that knife and Goodman. Yeah, this one. This is the one we need to press, I think, not the last one. Because the evidence is the note we found in the trunk. When you flip it upside down. it becomes 221 and SL9, the case number. And look at the date on the parking stub, 221. So Goodman already had a case number for this knife, which is very weird. I think SL92 is not going to be the evidence tag for this murder. This is going to be for a previous one. This is evidence that is being used as a murder weapon. And I think Goodman was trying to find it because it had been misplaced. Because they were doing cleanup, remember? And in the meantime, it's being used as a murder weapon. Let's just make sure we don't have anything else we can look at on the knife. Let's just look at this again. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6 maybe? It's a case number. That's weird. Don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on the tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Check the court record again. Okay, cool. Nothing else on the knife we should be looking at? Nope. Okay, cool. So here it is. Let's just double check it. Wonder if SL9 has any significance. Yeah, this note is upside down. We're only holding it that way because of the name at the top, but it was written upside down. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Oh, he's enjoying himself. This chief is living his best life, isn't he? Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92, and this is important why. Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12-2? Your Honor? It's upside down. Upside... what? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's the right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same as written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department evidence room. Called it. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Alright, okay, so he's going back through. That was perfect timing, yeah. So, this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long solved. So, this knife was stolen on the day of the murder and was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day, we weren't in any shape to do an investigation, the detective was killed at the police department, what a mess. Time of the crime was 5:15, scary coincidence. Not officially linked to this case, so I can't say much more about it. I mean, could we present it again? And say it is, and see if he'll talk more. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't know. Okay, I guess not. Whoops. They wanted the knife to be found and linked to the previous case. Why else would you leave the evidence tag as well as evidence? Yeah. Hey, 250, how's it going? You know what I'm thinking. You can read my mind? Oh dear. See, if you ask Gant another question about the victim... That one there, right. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the department. How's it going today, 250? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it? Go. They have a suspect. They've just arrested one. More data on the case. Tell you one thing and one thing only. Where he was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that.